What's going on, guys? It's Chev, back here on some more Modern Warfare 2. I didn't play too much yesterday. Oh, also yesterday I want to thank everybody for all the love and support on the Battlefield video. I always have a ton of fun on Battlefield. I also never realize how long I'm playing Battlefield 4 when I'm playing it. I mean, I assume the average game time for a lot of the like XL modes and stuff like that are probably like 25 to 30 plus minutes. So we got a new event that started today. It's called Trophy Hunt. Earn trophies by playing Modern Warfare 2, Warzone, or DMZ. Redeem them for exclusive Season 3 rewards. So in the top right, we have 150 to start off with. Emblem, calling card, consumable, tier skip, vehicle skin, loading screen, weapon sticker, another loading screen, a charm, gun screen, an assault rifle. And then for 1,000 of those, you can get Trophy Hunt Master. Wait, so I have 150, but it says for this Venom Strike assault rifle, it's 150, but it's red? Oh, okay. I thought the game wouldn't let me have 0 of them or something. I have no idea why it was showing red. Access exclusive rewards when you unlock any 10 and 15 items of your choice. Oh, Mastery 1, it's a rose skin. Purchase any 10 items and earn an exclusive reward. And then there's Mastery 2. Purchase any 15 items and earn an exclusive reward, but we can't view them. I likely won't be wearing either of them, but we get anything for like unlocking everything at once. Usually they would add it like a camo or something. Is there no camo in here? I mean, I'm happy that they added this event, to be honest with you. I like these little events they've been doing. I think that adding these little grinds are cool, but I'm gonna say it because everyone else is thinking of it. Why are you giving us emblems and calling cards and shit? Calling card is cool, don't get me wrong. I like the grind aspect of this. The loading screens are cool. Why do you keep giving us like stickers and emblems and shit? Like, these are just so minuscule and small. There is no reason, for example, why the value of just this muddy vehicle skin is anywhere near the same value as this shitty little sticker. I'm just saying. I'm not even saying that this vehicle skin is great or anything. The values are just odd. I do like this though. So at the bottom it says on the 26th, so like less than 2 weeks, all of this is gonna open up. Looks like a double XP consumable of some kind in the bottom left, some kind of vehicle skin, an emblem, another loading screen, another battle pass skip. It looks identical to that one. And then we get a skin for one of the battle rifles. So new mastery grind, so let's do it. Oh yeah, I was noticing on Twitter, like, people have been coming at Charlie Intel and some creators. I mean, I've had some people tweet at me and stuff like, oh yeah, about those changes, man. What were you talking about? Creators and other people will straight up interact, even face to face with some of these developers. They will dead ass lie to you. And I know some people are thinking that's like this malicious way of like lying or whatever, but that's not even what I mean. I mean that just like, you just pretty much can't take anyone's words seriously, because at the end of the day, if they can just decide some stupid shit, and they will do it, and they will believe that they were right. At least Infinity Ward will. At the end of the day, I think all creators and a lot of the people that are invited out there are there for genuine like reasons. They do genuinely enjoy the game, and people will be sitting there like mocking them, saying like hashtag COD partner, yeah man, whatever. I'm not a COD partner or anything, but I'm gonna come to their defense a little bit. I mean, if Activision treats the COD partners anything close to how they regularly have treated virtually every single other kind of partner they've ever had, whether a longtime fan, whether they're new, the communication is dog shit. I think most people want just a time period where everyone is actually enjoying the game. No one really benefits from the game being bad or anything like that. People are like, dude, I want to know, are they hypnotizing you guys in the calls? It's like, dude, anyone can dead ass lie to your fucking face right now, and I'm not gonna call you an idiot just because you sat there and listened. At least listen to them. I mean, what the fuck do you think this is? Hey, end of the day though, people are acting like Call of Duty is like our only choice. Again, I'm just gonna say it. I haven't made a video on it yet, but there are more competitors that are coming around. There are more people recognizing that glaring hole that Call of Duty is starting to not fill for a good amount of people, especially the people that enjoyed the older Call of Duties with a lot of the older style games with, you know, faster strafe speeds and ADSing, and just generally, even though there was no slide canceling, everything else seems like it was just faster. It's also not just a nostalgia thing. Factually, mathematically, Call of Duty used to be faster in terms of overall sprint speed, strafe speed. There were also perks that affected those things, which in my opinion, I mean, a lot of people were talking about Stalker and they want Stalker back into the game. But honestly, I mean, fuck the Stalker perk. Just literally just give everyone that speed by default. Like when I ADS, there is no reason why I should move this slow. I could definitely sprint and ADS at the same time. And at the end of the day, it just comes down to that whole war between like realism versus arcadiness. It's pretty clear that there are fans of more arcadey things and there are fans that are more leaning towards the realism side. But Call of Duty has always had a more heavily leaning arcadey side because that's its base. The thing is, since Call of Duty has had its identity issues for so long, Warzone injected an insane amount of newer players that might not have actually played older Call of Duties or just don't really seem as familiar with them. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and expect, you know, people to be playing, you know, a 10-year-old Call of Duty and just remember every single detail. But thankfully, they don't need to play it to see it. I swear, when it's not a double XP event and it's just a double XP token, I don't feel like I'm getting double XP. I feel like I'm getting like 1.75. Dude was so fixated on me, he walked past my teammate. mean, the intervention feels good. I just wish I had some ADS. One annoying thing about this is, so if I can only earn a certain amount of trophies per game, I thought that this would be a thing where I would collect them basically like kill confirm things, but they would drop at a lower rate or something. Oh shit. I thought I would be able to earn a lot more than this per game. So if they're limiting it to 6, if that's actually the total that you can get, I want to know. Question. Like, why is it capped? Man, Specialist was crazy when you think about it. Just give you every single perk in the game. Then at the time, they were all perks that were actually very, very powerful, and they weren't just like slight things. A lot of the perks defined a lot of the playstyle and shit. I mean, you can run it any way you want, but you know what I'm saying. Perks just felt like more of a base than they are now. They have like more slight effects than the more major effects. And I mean, that could be a positive and a negative. I'm not saying one is way better than the other. What the? Why even bother it being like this kind of system if you're gonna limit me? You might as well just make it so you automatically just get that amount at the end of every game, because obviously people are gonna be able to pick that up. You should just be awarded a flat amount just for completing games if that's the case. Got 45 kills there. I should be getting at least like 20 tokens out of that. I'd say like maybe like every 3 kills, drop a token. Just mathematically, just have it set up like that. Drop a token and just make it infinite. Why not? Or at least have a higher cap than 6 in an entire game. That's crazy. Yeah, also, one thing that I noticed before I show you guys, but what is this? When I go over here to look at the mastery for the FJX, the intervention, it's not displaying the intervention for any of these emblems or calling cards. I think it's displaying like the FTAC or something there. That's not right. And then also the reward says Damascus Forge. I don't know what that is supposed to be. That says that that is the FJX Imperium Charm. That is not a regular weapon charm. So I was sitting here thinking like, okay, this is a new season item, right? Maybe this is just like a display error. And I go over here to the other weapon that we got in this season, the Squall, the battle rifle. We go over to camos, view mastery. It's completely normal. We got a regular charm over here and it says season 3, 1 of 4, and it displays properly. Maybe the intervention is just bugged? Why would it get like a special particular completionist thing that is unique to itself like that? I don't know. It's just weird. Also, comparison of strafe speeds, movement speed, aim down sight speed, and reload speed between Modern Warfare 3 2011 and Modern Warfare 2 2022. As you can see, speeds were faster across the board 11 years ago compared to what we have now. So they compare sprint speeds right here. Immediately you notice how much faster MW3 is. Maybe 20% faster. But then you look at this. This is a huge difference right here. Now, one thing I have to say, it is a much more dramatic difference, mostly because they have the Stalker perk on that Modern Warfare 3 thing. Stalker was one of the best perks in the entire game at the time. You didn't need to run it, but when you were running Specialist, Stalker was one of the biggest things that you got out of your Specialist thing. Even if you weren't regularly running it, you would just run whatever perks you like, and then you would put Stalker as part of your Specialist thing, and then your movement speed just goes crazy. Back then, it wasn't about slide canceling and stuff. It was jump shots, jumping around the corner, challenge. We know now there's drop shotting like we're seeing a whole lot of, but back then there was a lot more strafing. Now the game's strafe speeds are obviously much slower, as you can see here. So it makes it so, especially with how the aim assist is, and obviously majority of players still being on controller, this lower movement speed also makes aim assist more effective because there's less you can do to even get out of the way of. So then they're going to do reload speed. I mean, the ADS speeds are disgustingly fast. You should also look at like how there's the penalty for jumping and ADSing at the same time on this game, where there is none at all. Literally just going back the last year, we had at least some stuff, and this game just made it even slower. It's one thing if we don't have slide canceling, but like if you're gonna really not want that, then start moving these other things or something, because content creators were saying that they were told that these changes were gonna end up happening, and the way that they present that information, they say, yes, one-shot sniping will be back, but then they say like, but there's always like an asterisk whenever you're talking to them, and then it gets to the point to where like if you start digging deeper and like trying to start questioning at that point, like a lot of people, I don't think they understand that like a lot of it is really just a presentation and you're not always giving feedback. For example, say they got a season together for something and they knew that nobody liked it whatsoever, right? And everybody there expressed that it was terrible. They're still not gonna actually like change anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, what's the point then, right? But that's exactly it. Like, that's how the content creators feel, because those guys will actually travel and shit. I don't, but those guys will straight up travel for this shit just to be lied to. That's crazy. Fuck no, I ain't going out there. Listen, I appreciate the invites and stuff, like going to the digital ones, but there's no way in fuck that I'm gonna sit there and travel to Los Angeles for you to sit there and lie to me when you could have done it over Zoom anyway. I don't give a fuck. It's genuinely not that important. They showed that they could sit there and give people downloads to stuff in the pandemic as well, so fuck it. You want people to play and get shit early? Give us a download. Fuck all that. This is such a waste of time to me. Like, as a content creator, it's even more wasteful, because you come out of there feeling good, you go and tell everybody, we're honey-dicked, we tell people that, you know, oh, this is happening, all this cool shit's happening, and then it just happens, but just with an asterisk on it. It's terrible. It's like that one thing where they're talking about, like, be careful what you wish for. Like, you have to be very specific when you're talking to them, and then when they give you the answer, you have to be able to recognize whether it's like a slight deflection from the answer that you were looking for. And then there are obvious times where when you ask something, it's just a straight up like, we're not really going to expand on that right now. That's really how it is. And by right now and not expand on it right now, it means we're probably never going to expand on it later and hope that other things take precedent over your current problem. And while it's true that there are things that take precedent, I get it. Genuinely, you guys got to do something with this movement thing. If it's not going to be slide canceling and stuff, at least make it so like you're able to stand out of the slide a little bit faster. I know that you guys started making those adjustments. That's good, but people were expecting it to be much more extreme than that. Seriously. Remove the ADS penalty when you jump shot as well. I'm not even saying reduce it. I'm saying straight up remove it. If it has to be in there, reduce it to like 20% of what it currently is doing. What's the worst Call of Duty of all time? Ghost, Vanguard, or Infinite Warfare? I think the majority of these replies are probably making jokes. I'm just gonna guess. I'm gonna say that they're gonna say that Warzone isn't on here. Wait, Modern Warfare 2 is not on here. I'm telling you right now. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Modern Warfare 2... Dude, okay, I'm sorry. I have to say it. MW2 is still better than Modern Warfare 2019, though. It is. Like, design-wise, okay, I'll say it like this. Multiplayer. If you're a Warzone person, shut your fucking mouth, because the amount of people that tell me to shut my mouth when we're talking about Warzone, if you don't play MP, shut your Modern Warfare 2 2022's multiplayer is better designed than Modern Warfare 2019's multiplayer design. But regardless of what is or isn't the worst, like, the fact remains, current issue is that Modern Warfare 2 is the one that we are stuck with. I feel like realism is pretty much the base of the majority of the issues in the game. X-Defiant, though, I mean, once they get the network and stuff like that figured out, X-Defiant is genuinely a fun arcade FPS game made by former Call of Duty developers slash pros. They know what their identity is. It's arcade. And I know some people got their, you know, opinions about Ubisoft and all that stuff, but I think Rainbow Six is pretty good, and I think Rainbow Six is doing pretty well. Now, obviously, I'm sure that the changes and stuff like that are questionable. There's probably like crazy balance issues and stuff. Every game has problems, don't get me wrong. I'd rather play a bad arcadey Call of Duty than a realistic Call of Duty. That's just how I feel. Like, at this point, leaks are just more reliable than what the devs even say. I know that sounds silly because a lot of people feel like, oh, well, the leaks are like what the devs are saying, but again, asterisk. What they're saying is true, but it's not. It's not what you think it is. One thing I remember on MW3 as well is that weapons had a proficiency. So basically, weapons had their own perks. A ton of people were using the speed proficiency, but you didn't need to use speed proficiency. There was also, I think, focus proficiency. There was stability proficiency. Whereas on this game, it comes down to a lot more choices with the attachments. And a lot of the time, if you want the gun to feel good, your gun feeling good and your character feeling good, usually you would want that to kind of go hand in hand, but it feels like it clashes sometimes now. I don't know. Sure, it makes it so you think a lot more about your builds in a way, but at the same time, all of the builds end up being not so fun to use in one way or another, no matter how I build it. Then, I mean, I might as well just have like a fun baseline instead. You guys have heard me complain about this stuff, but yeah, anyway, new event is here. It's actually not a bad event. So assuming that we earn 6 tokens per game, every game is 5 to 10 minutes. Let's just say 5 minutes to just be really generous with them. I need 1,000 tokens in order to unlock this trophy hunt master thing right here. I would have to play around 160 to 170 games, assuming I get 6, just to get to 1,000 of them in total. I mean, unless I did the math really wrong, this shit is gonna take like 13 or 14 hours of playtime straight up, like in-game time. That's not that bad, I guess. It's just odd, the massive jump in between all of these. Maybe something down here will cost more, but I highly doubt any of them will cost 1,000, unless this battle rifle skin at the very end right here is some insane mastery thing, or there's some sort of secret mastery thing hidden behind mastery 1 and 2 over here. 25 days until trophies can no longer be secured through gameplay. New event camo challenges available on refresh. New event camo? Where's the camo though? I'm not even, I don't know.